Good morning, Internet. This music kinda scared me for a second. Most likely because Twitch scared me again with autoplay and an ad. Don't think that was actually from the game. So, welcome to Resident Evil Zero, which I have never played before, so enjoy me bumbling along, not knowing what I'm gonna do.
Resident Evil Zero.
I think easy difficulty is right for that.
A Midwestern town in America, Raccoon City. A solitary island far off in the sea, Rockfort Island. An island that would become the second Raccoon City, Sheena Island. There are still many unanswered questions about these seemingly unrelated yet intensely traumatic events. Though it is believed that the International Enterprise umbrella was somehow involved, little is known as to the origin of this faceless corporation. When was it established? By whom? And how was the T-Virus created? To uncover the truth, we must delve deeper into the events which transpired in the beginning, before the Mansion incident. Really?
Do you think so too?
Yeah.
Do about it.
Should hold off for a while.
But I wonder how those R&D people would react to this.
Began as a simple investigation of some bizarre murders in the suburbs of Raccoon City. Nothing in our training could ever have prepared us for the nightmare that ensued. We never stood a chance.
What's going on? Engine failure. Emergency landing.
Check the current position and investigate the surrounding area.
Captain, look! Captain!
What happened?
Court order for transportation. Prisoner Billy Cohen, ex-lieutenant, 26 years old. Court-martialed and sentenced to death July 22nd. Prisoner is to be transferred to the Regathon base for execution.
Those poor soldiers. They were good men just doing their jobs, and that scum murdered them and escaped.
All right, everyone. Let's separate and survey the area. Our friend is brutal and ruthless. Keep your guard up.
Right, welcome to the game. And thus far it's more stupid than I expected. And the purple lightning is not a good thing. Hello.
Hey,
Welcome.
you're actually playing Resident Evil Zero.
Yeah, I asked a friend which one is the more stupid one, Resident Evil 2 or 0.
I mean, Zero is really stupid, but it's also kind of a bad. It's also kind of a tedious game at time.
Because I couldn't decide on 1 or 2, and when I asked him which one is better, he also couldn't decide, so we voted on which is the more stupid one.
Should have played Code Veronica. I'm not sure if this is stupider than Code. If this game is less stupid than Code Veronica, because Code Veronica is very silly. This is also very silly. Oh no, zombie. I don't think this has the Crimson Head mechanic, by the way.
What just happened?
So I can kill
I thought they were
everything.
dead.
No. Actually, I'm gonna just send the flare over to Shining.
Yeah, good idea. There's one emulator issue that drives me insane right now. The screen going purple.
Oh.
Whenever there's a loading screen, it goes purple for a single frame.
Must be some sort of weird layer.
Yeah. Really? The stairs are a loading screen? Stop already.
These high def stairs.
Really? Nothing new besides... Alright, I have the feeling I need to put the inventorying to a minimum, because that purple thing is driving me insane.
Wasn't this the one where you could actually lay things down on the floor?
Yeah, I think so. It has that weird partner mechanic, right?
Have fun with that later.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty fun. You can just establish your own like base camp somewhere.
No
Usually the
teleporter
lobby.
chests?
Nope, they're not in this game.
Oh god.
I think that for the first half of the game you put all your stuff in the lobby of the mansion. And then there's a time where you have to like basically transport everything to the new area. Because there's a disc change in between the end game area and the first area. Also, I hope you get what the theme of this game is.
Trains?
No, the train is sadly short-lived.
Oh.
It's a nice little intro area.
Imagine putting like 7 hours of gameplay into the train. Also did the Rising event. Did you
Or
do
if-
the full one, or...
No, I didn't do the event. I just did the story for the orchestration role and the minion.
Yeah, same.
I wanna play more Ziv, but there's so little of Ziv to play.
There's a patch on Tuesday, so... Oh yes, diaries, because everyone writes these in the Resident Evil universe.
Yeah, it's great. I still remember seeing like the first stuff of Resident Evil 7 and thinking it was going to be like super serious game. And then I watched the first episode of Super Great Friends bumbling through of it, and I still thought, oh, it's probably going to be some dumb Hack Knight super serious horror game now. And then it just then it turns into Evil Dead, and I'm just on board with it all of a sudden.
I really took that game seriously until the first boss fight. Then it was all over.
You took the when you lose your hand seriously.
Kinda.
You didn't see the animation where if you use a medkit there, you just port it on a stump.
I took that game seriously until the first wheelie came around.
When are you gonna stream that game?
Oh, if I'm going through all the Resident Evils, it will be quite a while.
I mean, you can skip a few.
Like 4?
Like everything that isn't Gaiden. Hey. Shining!
What?
Hello! Welcome to Resident Evil 0.
Yeah, thanks for that. No, I don't have to do it.
Did you play through this game?
I have.
Oh. So I'm the only one who doesn't know his way around. Great.
Hey, now you can go over to Code Veronica.
Oh, hey, more diaries.
Company.
Of course, we still have that save system.
Man, that's a weird typewriter.
Well, I guess this is the first base camp.
Oh, we're almost on Alone in the Dark technology now.
Another game I never played.
It hasn't exactly aged all that gracefully, so
I will keep away.
well, if you're interested, I think Slow Beef and Diabetes did do a long play of one of those, so
I think they did it of all of the Alone in the Dark games,
yeah, come to think of it.
including the very silly second and third ones.
Yeah, I think it was around the second one that I sort of trailed off.
I'd like to point out that Alone in the Dark 2 has a puzzle where you have to disguise yourself as Santa to lure a small child into a stabbing range.
You seem to know me. Been fantasizing about me, have you?
You're the prisoner that was being transferred for execution. You were with those soldiers outside.
Oh, I see. You're with stars. Well, no offense, honey, but your kind doesn't seem to want me around. So, I'm afraid our little chat time is over.
Wait! You're under arrest.
Hey,
No
it's
thanks,
Billy.
Dollface. I've already worn handcuffs.
I could shoot, you know. Edward! Are you alright? What happened?
It's worse
Did that
than
zombie backflip through the
can't.
window?
You must be careful, Rebecca. The forest is full of zombies and monsters.
Zombies and monsters.
So, interestingly enough, in the N64 version of this game, the scene was more or less the same, except Edward actually lost his hand there. And that's pretty much the hand that, Joseph ends up finding in the original Resident Evil.
Nintendo 64 version?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of confused as well.
Yeah, the one that they were working on before they canceled it.
Oh. Must have been really late in the N64 life cycle, I guess.
It was.
Oh, no automatic. Oh, right. Thought this key was for that.
Yoink.
Should have stolen his pistol as well.
I don't know, that just strikes me as a bit weird. I mean, it was like a couple of hours when they left, Edward was all like, I'm totally psyched about going to the Arklay Mountains to pretty much investigate in regards to, a bunch of mysterious murders that happened there.
This is Rebecca. Over.
I can't wait to shoot a hobo cannibal.
Enrico! Hello! Can you read me? Please respond.
Rebecca, I can hear you. Now listen up. We've obtained detailed information on the fugitive from a document found in the wrecked wagon. Billy Cohen killed as many as 23 people. Over.
23 people.
We have also confirmed that he was institutionalized, so keep your guard up. Can you hear me, Rebecca? Over. Stay alert, Rebecca. You wouldn't think twice before killing him.
Enrico! Captain! Hello? Hello!
So, with everyone in Star Wars having a kind of ridiculous background, what was Rebecca's?
I don't think she has one.
Oh,
She's essentially the new recruit. That's essentially her entire thing.
I don't think she's even been in Delta Team. She was kind of fun to play as in the DS Resident Evil Mercenaries game.
she's also kinda silly in Resident Evil 5 Mercenaries. With that
It's
flamethrower
gonna be
first
dangerous
aid
from here on
sprays.
Why don't we cooperate?
Cooperate with you?
Listen, little girl, if you haven't noticed, there's some pretty freaked out things on this train. And I, for one, want to get out of here. I don't think we stand a chance doing it alone.
You expect me to trust you, a wanted felon? I don't need your help. I can handle this on my own. And don't call me little girl.
All right, Miss Do-It-Yourself. What should I call you?
The name is Rebecca Chambers, but that's Officer Chambers to you.
Oh, she's so cute.
Well then, Rebecca, why don't you go and try while I wait here? Well then, Rebecca, why don't you go and try while I wait here?
Right.
Oh boy, a file.
Yeah, we love those. This is unnecessary obtuse.
Excuse me, sir. Sir.
This is kind of new.
Alright, here's the theme of this game. Breaches.
Really annoying to deal with, as you'll probably find out later on.
This is about where the fun ends.
This is very stupid.
Are you okay?
That guy is right out of Final Fantasy VII, I guess.
Judging by the quality of his model, I'd more say
check out
8.
the first engine car. Listen, we gotta cooperate with each other from now on. You got that?
Well, I don't...
Clue in, girl. Or maybe you like being worm bait.
All right. But
You just remember, I will shoot you if you try anything funny.
Fine. Now take these with you. If you find anything, give me a call, alright?
Now they made a great mistake with these walkie-talkies. They are not on the same channel.
Is not being able to use something really an ability?
Wait, the train is still going?
Yes.
I thought I entered it when it was standing still.
Well, in the previous cutscene, the train suddenly started moving, so
No.
now you gotta try and get it to stop.
Let's just do this with our bare hands.
Yeah, because why not?
Ow, my spine.
Man, so much ammunition.
Wait, is Billy still on the roof now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, nothing in there. I don't know, I have a solution to this locked door. Bullet is as good as a sharp object, right?
For some reason it isn't.
Maybe we can get some sort of solution using this service lift.
Well, I don't know, it was a nice try. It's only a problem that, you know, everybody in this world lives in a world where everything is pre-rendered.
So the best plan as Billy here is to jump down as well, so everyone is locked.
Last time I checked, the game won't let you.
Billy can't jump. You saw that one cutscene is like the opposite of a cat. Never lands on his feet.
Great, he has a knife.
No, it's kinda nice that Umbrella even decorates their trains in like this Gothic style. They're really committed to that theme.
It's called Corporate Identity, I guess. I guess this involves a lot of walking back and forth now. Oh, hello, zombie. I have the feeling they are respawning in this game.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh. Oh, finally a train map. Because everything in Umbrellaverse needs a map.
Train map. Just a rectangle.
This is kind of a cool light button. I want one of those for my room.
Imagine locking yourself out of your own train.
Let's come back later for that. Ah, yes, the most important secret entrance to the alcohol stash. Sounds like more slimy friends.
Yes, so just for fun, try and guess what could possibly be up there.
Another tentacle monster?
No.
A dog?
No, it's got more legs.
Spiders?
No, got less legs.
Ants?
No,
Bees?
doesn't have a tail.
A crab?
No, doesn't have a tail, but close.
Now you made me curious. A scorpion?
Bingo. Actually, it's a lobster.
Oh.
Oh, hey.
Oh no, my inventory is full.
Yeah, so that's the other annoying thing about Resident Evil Zero, that pretty much the more heavier duty guns like the shotgun now take up 2 slots in your inventory.
Because inventory Tetris wasn't annoying enough.
Two shots? This is kind of terrible.
Yeah, it's not a very good shotgun.
Shouldn't you be taking that thing to Rebecca?
I guess so, but I wanna see that crab first. Disappointing.
Well, eventually those things should go away.
After I got a flamethrower, I assume. Man, I want a flamethrower.
Imagine if Rebecca's ability was actually to use first aid sprays as flamethrowers.
Oh, it is a scorpion.
So yeah, Resident Evil Zero, when it comes to their monster designs, they're not exactly very creative. It's essentially a bunch of insects or animals, only they're bigger than normal. And that's essentially it.
Not in Resident Evil original either.
Yeah, but I like to think that at least with the original Resident Evil, they were a little bit less reliant on that. And then, of course, if you actually stop to think about it, considering that you haven't seen this thing before when you were actually up on the train, you then have to wonder, how did it even get there?
I think that Dark Ed did devote a bit of his own beat to that.
Yeah, pretty much. That really the only way that it would make sense is that he was somehow hanging out at, like, a train stop somewhere further up ahead, and then pretty much jumped on. And he even drew this little picture where the Scorpion is just waiting there for the train to show up with with some luggage and one of his pincers and wearing a little hat.
Top hat. Alas, I am undone.
Oh, come on, you destroyed the bar? I hate you, Scorpion. Like, seriously, fuck you.
Is that some sort of winch there? Also, I'm deadly afraid of scorpions. So I can't replay this game.
So you had your eyes closed the entire time?
I had to stop playing Fallout 3 because of the scorpions.
Any real experiences with scorpions that caused that, or just
No,
healthy
I'm just
cautions?
very terrified of them.
Don't go to Kazakhstan in that case.
I won't.
Yeah, I agree with Greta there. Nobody should ever be near scorpions. Like, I'm not even sure if they only sting if you really want to play with them, or in any case.
I think scorpions are on dogs.
No, the good thing about this train, it's kinda easy to get around and difficult to get lost.
Actually, the entire game is just driving the train around and going into various stations.
At least Billy kinda has a lot of hit points.
Yeah. Rebecca doesn't though.
No. Why did I make
That-
her my main combat character again?
Well, that is kind of one of the things that a lot of people will warn you about if you start playing Resident Evil Zero. Pretty much all the combat stuff, just let Billy handle it, because Rebecca hardly has any health at all.
Ah.
These shiny light buttons just remind me of Dino Crisis 2. There are a lot of shiny buttons in there.
And you need to press them all?
No.
Oh hey, burning zombie.
By the way, if you actually want to play a good game, play Dino Crisis 2.
And not one.
No.
Well, not unless you want to play, you know, a classic Resident Evil game, only this time it has a bunch of velociraptors running around.
Also, it's tedious as hell to get around in.
So if anything else, playing Resident Evil 0 should at least give you a bit of practice on that front.
Right, there are computer-controlled shutters in that game that you have to go unshot anytime you want to pass through that area.
Though it does get a little bit more fun when you're able to start screwing around with a bunch of laser barriers and everything that you can just simply deactivate them for a bit and then just turn them back on just to piss off the dinosaurs that try to chase you.
Also, all of your weapons are terrible and all the enemies respawn.
Yay.
And there's a weird tranquilizer system in the game.
Oh hey, this time I can take the gas tank with me.
What's interesting about that, though, is that I think I remember that that people that worked on Resident Evil 0 apparently were interviewed at one point, and they apparently at one point asked them that the Resident Evil remake pretty much introduced Crimson Heads and everything, and Resident Evil 0 was being developed around the same time, so they wondered why Crimson Heads didn't show up in 0. And the way they explained it was the fact that despite the fact that both games were essentially being developed around the same time, there wasn't really all that much communication between the two teams, so they weren't aware of it. Then they kind of felt bad about it, because if they knew about it, they would have implemented it.
Made this game even more annoying.
Yeah, so I'm kind of glad that they didn't.
I hate your inventory system.
Oh, by the way, that grappling gun, you're gonna have to use that multiple times through the game.
Pretty great if on easy mode Billy just wore a shirt with pockets and Rebecca had a backpack.
Oh, come on. I have the feeling this partner system will drive me insane pretty quickly. Now, where was that window? I could theoretically use. I forgot. I have the feeling that zombies will get tedious over time here.
Time to grapple.
So stupid.
I'm Death Court.
Also, I'm slowly running out of ammunition here.
Oh, you got your knife.
Speaking of, time to put that to good usage, I guess.
Time for a stealth kill. And guard, and guard. After seeing this, you should really play Code Veronica just to see how strong the knife is in that game.
What do you mean I cannot carry? Oh, I used all my ammunition. This is kind of problematic.
Kind of amazing how much more annoying they made inventory management in this game.
Oh yes, it's just in case if I need more knives. Oh yes, that hallway will totally not be annoying now. Or not.
The tiny leeches don't tend to be much of an issue. It's only when they Voltron up that they become kind of an issue.
How do I fudge with her inventory?
You just switch over to hers?
No, you cannot do that. You can do it that way though. Wherever these are used.
Do you remember that suitcase?
That thought crossed my mind, but I forgot where I left it. Probably where I found it, which was near the bar, I think. Should I save?
Well, why not?
Because my inventory is full. I love it how they get headache whenever you change character. You know, Billy had a knife. He could probably open that thing that way. And with enough shaking, you would have gotten that thing out as well.
Out of ours, a single key card.
You know, probably would have just made the game even more annoying, but would have been kind of funny if, after all that trouble you went through, all that was in there was like your half-eaten club sandwich.
I would like that. So, is AI Billy with the knife any good?
Probably not.
This is before the knife got multi-hits.
This is Delta Team. This is Delta Team. We have gained control of the
Speaking
train.
of, why don't you just leave the knife behind then?
This does not make any sense. How was the T-virus leaked? And why did it contaminate both the lab and the mansion, as well as a train almost 3 miles away?
That's irrelevant. We must make sure no knowledge of this gets out. Destroy the train. Completely. How far away are you from the nearest branch line?
About 10 minutes to...
What happened?
Can I steal their guns? I want their guns.
Nope.
The Lee just ate them.
So yeah, Wesker and his BFF that was mentioned in that one file, Will Bark, are also in the gang.
Very good.
That was their one and last entry.
I think they still show up like once or twice, but that's about it.
I have an idea how to fix a broken engine.
The engine is destroyed. Why is the train still going?
Slimes? They accelerated.
Frictionless rails.
The train will either derail or crash. I gotta stop this thing.
This is already a bad design if you need 3 steps to operate a brake.
Well, then again, this train does belong to Umbrella, so they pretty much have to make everything ridiculously obtuse.
Well, the train kept getting there late. So they had to take action.
Man, imagine ever having a security audit by the government on this thing. Alright, I got nothing of that. Who will stay behind? Yeah, this is kind of a clear choice.
Also, before you actually go, it'll probably be a good idea to check and see
All right.
the one that actually has to, you know, go to the back of the train actually has the key card you need.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Which key card actually? Because I have none.
The one from the briefcase.
I dropped that one because it's no longer needed.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, it
there's
should
a
be there on the
key card.
console, so...
Then where do I put my key card?
So all I need to do is run to the back, I guess?
Yep.
I think I can do that. It would be quicker if I had a knife instead of a gun.
I'm sure Rebecca can handle those two zombies.
Hey, where did Rebecca's body go?
Well, he probably turned into a zombie and probably just went somewhere else and do some backflips.
Nice dodge.
Oh, here he is.
Yeah, interestingly enough, if you actually send Rebecca to the back of the train instead, you actually get a little cutscene.
Oh. Does he do more
It's-
backflips there?
It's essentially just, you know, Rebecca noticing that Edward is a zombie now, and then she just simply apologizes to him before she starts shooting him full of bullets.
He was so happy a few hours ago.
He was so happy when he backflipped into that window.
It really is a shame. He only had 1 day till retirement so that he'd be able to join the circus. Yeah, so how good are you at math? Under pressure.
I can't divide 0 by 67.
Well, it's more like you need to push the keys and everything so that you eventually multiply it to about 67.
Oh.
Also, I just noticed there are little labels on the top there, one for locked and unlocked, but for some reason between un and locked there's a hyphen. I'm pretty sure that's not how you're supposed to do
This is
it.
Billy. I've engaged the control device for the brake. Over.
This is a
Roger,
very
I'll put the
dumb
brake on
locking
now.
mechanism.
Yes. Alright.
I hope you know how to just it's nice until it goes. The 81 is a multiple of 9.
And Toast Billy died because she did not tell him to hold on.
He's got the grappling gun, he can grapple back into the train.
Maybe they should have stopped the train that way. Just use it as an anchor.
Braking sequence successful.
Everyone died.
Rebecca!
I'm here.
Are you alright? Hey, you managed to stop the train.
Yes.
I keep trying to read Billy's tattoo.
We have to find a way out.
Well, last time I checked, his tattoo simply says Mother Love, which is pretty much another Queen reference.
Yeah, here I was wondering what would happen if I just dropped the grappling hook somewhere in there.
Yeah, all the items just simply fall out of the train and neatly categorized and everything.
I thought it was just a random tribal tattoo that kept reading in too much.
Any one of you has inventory space. It didn't drop all the items out of here.
No, I wonder who puts the Queen references onto Claire's outfits. Do you know it was a Shinji Mikami thing or a Hideki Kamiya thing?
Well, Resident Evil 2 was Kamiya's gig, really,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah, if I need healing, I come back here.
I'll just store it next to the fire.
Nothing bad could happen to those plants and sprays. Oh. Great, we have the canalization level already.
Canalization?
Savage.
You mean the sewer level?
Yes.
These are not the lost canals of Usnair. There's no Fort Boyard doors in here.
I wish there were. Behind two doors is a zombie, and behind the third one, a pot of gold. Which one will you take?
Think of all of the fake outs.
The Umbrella Research Center? The first general manager, Dr. James Marcus.
Who on earth are those people?
She's just a rookie, a member of STARS.
What about the mail?
I'm unfamiliar with him.
Attention! This is Dr. Marcus. Please be silent as we reflect upon our company motto. Obedience breeds discipline. Discipline breeds unity. Unity breeds power. Power is life.
Who are you?
It was I who scattered the T-virus in the mansion. Needless to say, I contaminated the train, too.
What?
Revenge. On Umbrella.
Strange. I wasn't supposed to hear that.
Dr. Marcus? 10 years ago, Dr. Marcus was murdered by Umbrella. You helped them, didn't you?
If I knew that I could control an army of leeches by singing, I would have taken that more seriously in my youth.
Imagine if you could yodel.
Alright, something about this mansion is different.
It'd be great though if Birkin and Wesker were just giving a commentary over the entire adventure. Bit like Metalopocalypse.
Honestly, it would have been perfectly fine if Resident Evil 0 was just simply, you know, a Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode that was being riffed by Wesker and William.
I would like that.
Speaking of, when are we watching another episode of that? Monday?
Yeah, Monday is fine.
Right. Be sure to think of a theme so I don't have to decide for you guys.
Well, is there anything in there with zombies?
Look, it's all the toilets that weren't in the other Umbrella mansion. Because the architect messed up and put them all in this one.
What are you even?
It's pretty much just the Leech Man again.
Just
Look at that soul.
more hit points.
Look at that sultry walk they have.
Also, if you want my advice, you're probably better off just running away from those things, because they take a crap load of bullets and they pretty much still hurt you when they die because they explode.
Yeah, this was not very optimal.
A great enemy to build an entire game around.
Really, Billy? Really? Stop shooting everything, you madman.
Keep in mind, he killed 31 people.
I wonder what I need all the gasoline for. But I guess this is not a gasoline room. Rebecca, did you just shoot me? With a shotgun? What is wrong with you, girl?
Imagine if there actually was friendly fire.
There was, I'm getting hit animation at least.
Actually, just so you know, the gasoline and the empty bottles are the ones you're supposed to combine so you have Molotov cocktails.
Oh.
They're actually
Molotov.
the things that they recommend you use against the Leech Man, because apparently leeches hate fire. Unlike, other creatures.
So, I guess I'm taking one of those Molotov cocktails with me.
Better get into that room before he explodes.
Yeah.
Or, before Rebecca wastes more shotgun shells.
Which is entirely the plan right now, so I can throw that weapon away again. But I would prefer to have one on enemy where it's useful.
Ah.
I don't trust this basement full of fire.
Because it's the Nightmare on Elm Street section of the mansion.
Was that a STARS member?
Well, Rebecca didn't recognize him, so...
Probably just one of Wesker's buddies. Is the shotgun better than the other? Yes, it is. This is actually useful.
So are you giving it to Rebecca then?
So she can waste more ammo?
Well, at least, from what I can remember, you don't need the grapple gun for at least a little while longer, but if you're going to leave items like that around, it would probably be best to wait until you get back to the main hall.
Yeah. Oh, that was why she was in that direction.
Oh wait, is this the game with the giant bats boss?
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was Resident Evil 1. I thought they just made it up for Umbrella Chronicles.
You spoiled the giant bat boss for me.
Don't worry, it's so silly that you won't see it coming when it happens.
I already like where this is going. The door is now unlocked. I didn't even know it was locked.
I forgot what Wesker's part in this part of Umbrella Chronicles was.
He's essentially just running around trying to find whatever data you can find and pretty much just that being about it.
I think you have to do it from the side there aren't rails.
Yeah. I love the Twitch delay. You say that right when I opened it.
Model employees like Albert Ashford and Albert Wesker. At least they're egalitarian about it.
Man, sounds like the pamphlet I got on my first day of work.
That reminds me, I should still play the DLC for Resident Evil 5, where you go through the entire Umbrella mansion that Marcus has basically rebuilt wherever he lived.
We could do that in multiplayer, I guess.
Yeah. I remember it actually being a pretty cool DLC with like a scoring system for it. Also, I can't believe it, but you've got Marcus and Spencer, the founders of Umbrella. They're named after a British grocery chain.
So, when I arrive at the next area, will the mansion also explode and throw out all items where I need them?
No.
When did Rebecca get hurt again? You silly girl. Oh yes, more pamphlets.
Oh.
This document is very old. Much of the writing is illegible, so it's written in Old German. Which is a thing I would expect of Umbrella for some reason.
Actually, that's something that I just realized. But pretty much in the entire series, pretty much, prominent characters that actually work for Umbrella, none of them seem to be German. They're either just your standard American, or sometimes they're apparently Russian. I think that's about as far as they ever went.
There's the Ashworths, weren't they British?
I was honestly gonna go more with incredibly flamboyant, but sure.
And they've got a headquarters in France. That's where the opening to Code Veronica takes place, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But they had no French employees.
Well, we're not really sure. None of the actual people that worked in that building actually had voice lines, so...
And there's the mercenary squad from 3 that was surprisingly multinational.
Oh, where were they from?
With them, it's also pretty much... I think it was primarily Russian, and I think one of them was supposed to be Hispanic.
Yeah, there wasn't one of them from Mexico.
Right.
It's honestly kind of hard to tell because that same guy just at random points just loses the accent. And then in Umbrella Chronicles, when they recast the character, the actor doesn't even bother with the accent.
Well, time to start holding everything from the basement.
Just a hunch I have. This picture of this dude will lead to some kind of laboratory.
Yeah, probably.
That's a very moldy painting.
Actually, you're half right. That actually leads to his secret anime stash.
Oh no. Why is the game doing that to us?
You really do have to sort of use Rebecca as a mule in this game.
What else am I gonna do with her? It's not like she can play the piano or something.
You know, she learns quickly.
No, Billy, stay where you are.
Billy. Think I have to set him on solo
Yeah.
or idle?
I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a shortcut button for that, but I can't remember which one it was.
Oh. Oh, I don't want to go with Rebecca alone right now. She has like no health.
Oh, yeah, there was the quick character swap button, but I'm pretty sure there was also another button so that you'll be able to immediately tell the AI character to either follow you or just stay where he is.
I've run out of buttons, actually. No, it's not on the D-pad.
You can control him with the C stick.
Yeah, that I know, but
Have you tried the Z button?
that opens the map.
Ah.
Right, where else could I go?
Well, you should be able to get that elevator down. Problem is, you weren't able to do it before because someone was standing right underneath it.
Elevator? The one in this
winch.
room? Yeah.
Yeah, the one that you were trying to... when you were trying to start cranking it.
This will probably end badly. Actually, I hope she has enough inventory space for this. Why is the elevator beeping like a fire alarm?
I think those are supposed to be the noise the gears are making.
It's...
Hey. You know, if you just touched it, it would curl right up and do a ball.
I hate my inventory life.
Can you drop it on the elevator?
This might actually be our plan.
And if for all I know, that also causes a glitch that just destroys them.
Nah, she drops them in front of the elevator. Oh well. Oh, that's a cage. I thought that's a device with lots of arrows that are gonna shoot me when I walk past.
A Hwacha.
I thought that had fireworks. I think it had in Civilizations.
Civilization.
And this is not a door. Oh god, a real ladder instead of a loading zone. My life. Let's burn Billy for that.
Hey, pick up that grenade launcher there.
No, it's guarded too heavy.
And also, does he even have enough slots for that?
No. So, where do I need... Ah, this is easily to figure out. So according to the game there's an item somewhere here. Oh. I love how Rebecca has still full health despite being taken down by a huge insect and bitten repeatedly.
People say Rebecca is weak.
Well, it might be because you're playing it on easy, because if you were playing it on any other difficulty, she'd probably die if any of the enemies so much as looked at her funny. Also, I hope you're beginning to understand why I didn't want to play this game again.
Why?
Have you been paying attention during this stream?
No.
Half of my time is spent inventory managing.
Well, just like Resident Evil then. Maybe you should play a Resident Evil game without that inventory. How about Resident Evil 6?
That has inventory management in a kind of sense. It mostly boils down to, oh god, Do you need grenades? I need to move something out of my inventory.
Honestly, if I have to be brutally honest here, I'd probably rather be playing Resident Evil 6 right now than Zero.
Yeah, it's actually a fun game in co-op.
Yeah. As long as you stay away from the campaign.
As long as you stay away from Leon and Ada's campaigns.
At least after the first chapter. The first one is kinda fine, after that it goes to hell. Alright, where was that room where I was just now? Oh god, this map is getting confusing.
Okay.
I forgot an important thing.
The shotgun?
No. So why is she without a weapon?
Huh, nice bust.
Oh, weird, these insects do like no damage on easy. Water motive, you say? Couldn't you just say the door is blue?
Please, Billy is a man of refined tastes.
Probably read a lot of books in the prison. Because what else are you gonna do? Now let's move Rebecca over there and then do exactly that.
I feel a lot of these rooms are trying a little bit too hard to be creepy.
Just gonna imagine it's something like Marcus heard that Roswell was going to have someone build him a creepy mansion and everything, and then he just wanted to one-up him on that.
There's gonna be Iron Maidens everywhere. Here's our giant centipede. See, I didn't spoil the centipedes.
Good thing I gave him all the pistol ammunition.
So that grenade launcher.
The grenade
Wait,
launcher is from Rebecca.
Why is it up? Why is this on here now?
Hey, stay here.
Watch out for its butt knives. Remember that weird period where Trump supporters called themselves centipedes for some reason?
Why would they do that?
Rebecca!
I don't know.
Are you alright?
Yes.
I think it was some dumb 4chan thing that got picked up by all the Trumpers.
Oh. I used up all my ammunition. This dumb inventory system. Now, I got a facility key. The problem is I don't know where to use that.
Probably at the facility.
Well, wherever that is.
You're in it right now, according to the map.
Huh?
Well, if nothing else, it should be a little bit easier if you look at the key. That you're just gonna have to look for a door that's red.
Huh. Oh, that's a fire.
Or I guess if...
No, there was one Doom mod who actually put mercenaries combat into Doom, including melee finishers. He also ported the entirety of Donkey Kong Country to Doom engine.
What's this? Oh.
kind
a
of
red
wonder.
door.
Could you replace the music in this game with the Luigi's Mansion theme?
It would help, because the music is kinda annoying.
Change all of them saying each other's names with Mario.
As I don't remember a red door, let's just go into that fiery basement thingy. Also, hello there, zombie. Oh, never mind. Found the door. Oh no, there are more red doors. I'm fearing for another sword key disaster.
Well, time to start opening doors. Which game was it? Which Resident Evil game was it where you could get a keyring for all the keys?
Probably 3?
Or am I just misremembering that?
Because I don't remember that stuff, so...
I honestly don't remember anything like that. Are you sure you're not confusing it with the whole keycard system for Metal Gear 2?
No, maybe it's not a Resident Evil game then, but you could get a keyring and put all the keys on it.
Gaiden, maybe? Have you tried giving the lighter fluid to Billy?
No. I know he has a lighter, but... What weird thing does she have there anyway? Oh. Well, this room was entirely boring.
So it was a standard Resident Evil 0 room.
I was expecting to find something cool. Oh.
Well, there was that one room with the weird elevator thing that you might be able to use the lighter on.
I hate this mirror window.
Oh?
There's a window where you can see yourself walking towards it, and I always think it's a zombie.
You don't look that bad.
to the main hall. Actually, no, it isn't. Oh.
No.
What was it with the super loud "you solved a puzzle" noise when I entered this room?
If only you could push that table.
Well...
If only you could get off this table.
I kid you not. No.
I wonder if they got the idea for the C-stick from Pikmin 2.
Not sure if Pikmin 2 actually was out at that point.
Oh, Pikmin 1 then.
Yoo-hoo! More diaries. Because everyone writes them all the time.
Ah yes, Will and Bert.
So of all the ways to describe Albert Wesker, I'm not sure if practical would actually fit him. I mean, for God's sake, he wears sunglasses wherever he goes.
If only this table wasn't in the way.
God damn it, Rebecca.
Well, I think you need to push it near the fireplace because I think now with the lights on, there should be something you'd be able to grab now.
Well, the good old ooze.
Well, at least this time there's, you know, not a hawk pretty much keeping an eye on it, so you don't have to worry about that at least.
That was so ridiculously dumb. Whatever I need that needle for. Well, not that much more rooms to explore, actually. Alright, now someone needs to explain to me how that could work. A door that's locked by a fire not being there?
Maybe light-sensitive sensors? Maybe some weird scale system by that it'll unlock after it reaches a certain buildup of wax?
Wax? Oh, and I'm back.
Welcome back.
It's kinda cool how this game showers ammunition on you, but you still don't have any because it's so annoying to manage.
Yeah. Oh no, the Book of Good. I just like that.
Good. Oh, I'm sorry, I mean good.
Well, you know, have you ever actually sat down and read that thing? Because practically everything is a sin. You see, technically we're not even allowed to go to the bathroom.
Oh, I think I know where to use that one.
Alright, can't you use that with your little white statue?
Yeah. Which means back to the main hall again.
It's kind of a shame you don't have to look for the wings of the black statue so that you'd be able to find the bad book. And then you finally find the book, and then it turns out that it's just written by Ben Shapiro.
Oh, you can't just drape the wings on the statue, huh?
Well, this certainly wasn't enough.
Well, the other one only has one wing.
Yeah. Where do I get that one from?
Is it going to turn out that
wanna-
there actually is a bad book in this game?
You might want to break off one of the ones of the white statue.
Which leads to the question, where do I go now?
Well, I think that door you're next to should have a clock in there, so maybe you'd be able to use that.
I'm starting to hate this inventory system. You mean next to the locked door?
Sorry?
You mean next to the locked door in this room?
Well, I was more thinking of the one door on the second floor you were standing next to when you were checking your map.
Oh, that doesn't help. Well, time to find that clock then, I guess.
Hey, Biggle man.
Yeah, and I just realized the toilet is probably not the best room for a clock.
Pick up your jerry can.
So I don't know. Maybe I should try and explain it in a different way. So, you know, on the second floor, that white door that you can't open.
Yeah?
I was talking about the door on the opposite side.
That makes sense to me. Which would be this one, I guess.
I just hope I was right.
This was the bird room. I have the bad feeling you were wrong.
Yeah, it's starting to look like it. And I'm honestly kind of at a loss myself where exactly the clock is supposed to be.
Probably not in the basement. Would be hilarious if it was, though. Barely survived the train.
Just a clock sticking out of the fire.
Prefer that if the clock would make the tick-tock noise again. I would remember it in that case. Balcony, not a very clocky room. Probably not down here. Hello, LaRosia.
The search for the clock.
It might be in the elevator room, maybe, or near there. I will curious if it's the room on top of the elevator. This is the room where I got that name. Where does the elevator lead to? This. I think this is the only part of the mansion we haven't explored regards to clock.
It's always in the last place.
Yeah. Well, aren't you a clock? It doesn't seem to be the correct one, though. Damn it.
That's a real kick in the dick.
I got my hopes up here.
I don't know, after you check that one room where you sent Rebecca to when you put her on the elevator thing?
No, that is where I'm heading right now. I think. I wouldn't have guessed that this is the clock. But alright. How nice of them to show those doors that opened up. Also, why is there suddenly combat music in that room? You know, it's kind of silly that I can remember that password. 0815, because that for the most time was the password at my old company. Don't think we need to save. All we did was searching for a clock.
I would have thought that actually finding the clock was somehow more complicated than the puzzle itself.
Ooh, more diaries. Oh no, it's poetry. Oh hey, more key cards.
Are those key cards?
Nah, a microphone. Shotgun ammo. It's not like I'm using a shotgun ever because of inventory reasons. I wonder, can I combine microphone A and B? No.
I don't know, I might be misremembering again, but I think you were supposed to use those things in the lecture room.
In which room?
The lecture room?
That makes way too much sense. Can't be. Is there a second exit to this room? No, boring. Well, onwards to the lecture room, because I don't wanna fight Slime Man. There's probably more where that one came from. If you have to use them here, I don't know how. And Billy scared me there for a second. I thought I had a zombie behind me.
Have you checked the podium?
Yeah. It wants special access discs thingy magic. I love how there are two safe rooms right next to each other. You're clearly shooting the player here. this is where I use the microphones.
Yeah, apparently. So yeah, sorry I got it wrong again, I guess. There are a couple of memories to this game that I ended up repressing, I guess.
Shining.
It's better that way, I guess. I'm bringing back all the traumata right now. Oh no. I know I say that too often, but what a boring room. Ah, Rebecca, you idiot. Oh, this opens up so much of the mansion, I guess.
Hey, more of this game.
You don't sound very enthusiastic. Oh, I guess let's explore one of those places at least. Hey, here's zombies. It's so great, we have so much ammunition, we can just shoot every zombie ever. Oh no, I see a chess room.
A chess?
Yes, please don't bring witches now.
Oh, chess.
Not the music.
Gee, I wonder what this can signify.
Rebecca, no. I said no. Why?
Can always use that C-stick.
And there is a bad book. To be honest, I would have expected the books to open up the rooms with the swords. Oh no, a diary. Man, will this guy ever shut up?
No.
This guy is all over the place, like, oh, I have found a new virus, I don't know what it does. Let's research it, also office politics, also everything crazy, lab stuff. Also leeches.
Leech.
Well, let's return and use that. So, if I use the bat wings, will a bat appear? Nah, that would be kinda dumb. Kind of an inventory problem. Oh hey, we don't need to explore everything, we can just go into the lab. I'm kinda surprised.
They couldn't just tear down the painting.
Or burn it down, or whatever. But I guess we are gonna explore that next week. I think this is a good point to end it for today. If I ever can talk to the typewriter. I'm not too impressed yet of this game.
Oh, you
And
aren't.
if you look at the ground, you know why. Aside from that, it's also thus far super easy.
Well, you are playing it on easy, so...
Yeah, that is a thing, I guess. Yeah, for this game, normal would have been fine, I guess. Oh well. Maybe it gets more dramatic next week. See you then, and good night. Thanks for being around. Thanks
See
for
ya.
watching. See ya, internet.
Also leeches.
No.